You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Trick or treat, Lone Star Radio listeners. This is Dick, the general manager, taking this quick moment to remind you that Lone Star Community Radio is looking to fill some of our talk show slots along with some of our DJ slots. We have a new show airing on the 10th, Making Connections with Stacey Harris, which will air every second Tuesday of the month at 1 p.m. Make sure to check it out along with our other programs on Lone Star Community Radio. For more information on Lone Star Community Radio, visit us online at irlonestar.com. And again, if you're interested in doing something with us, call the station 936-647-3776. Thanks for checking out this recording, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Shall we begin?
Hello and welcome to the Ticket Stub. Connor and Dick and Chris here in studio.
Well, you can say something, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Chris.
Oh, we need to have a cool name.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Not Chris?
We don't need Chris anymore.
C
So
Swizzle.
he puts it, face off, face on.
Face on. See Swizzle's in the hizzle. What's up, everybody? Glad to be back.
Let's see. Snake eyes.
Okay. Dick's going to do some Googling. And we've got intern Jake here. We got 2 more weeks with intern Jake.
You just sounded so white right there.
Well, I am so white, so that's a good thing. Everybody, welcome to the Ticket Stub coming on Lone Star Community Radio. That's irlonestar.com, FM 104.5 and 106.1. You can also find us on all the podcast feeds. You can find our Facebook at the Ticket Stub Podcast on Facebook. You can also get us on Twitter at _Ticket Stub. Be sure to look us up, like us, all that good stuff, because every week we are giving away tickets to the Grand Theater via social media, and it's usually pretty simple. So if you're not participating, then you are dumb. All right. So be sure to find us on social media.
So all those losers.
So
you are dumb.
All the losers out there, you're pretty much dumb. Anyways, so guys, we've got Chris. Chris is going to be in studio with us as often as he can from today forward. Chris, we're excited to have you, man.
I'm very excited to be here.
Chris, you going to take over my position, become the new engineer?
I don't know how to work any of that stuff.
It's real simple.
I mean, I bring in pieces of paper. You
What
guys
he
got
brings in
computers.
is the class. If you could see it on YouTube,
Yeah.
he's got the class, folks. He's wearing the sport coat.
Yeah.
You know what the first thing he said when he came in? I got all these meetings today.
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
come on,
Power
man.
You know what I have to do today? Nothing. So, womp womp.
Well, cool story, bro.
I know. I was contrasting with how important Chris is and how unimportant
Well, that's
I
what
am.
he brings to the table.
I trade you.
Yeah, will you?
Yeah, that's what he
Oh,
brings
yeah.
to the table.
I can do some conference calls.
Yeah.
Be like, I don't know what I was. Anyways, that was the worst. That was the worst. All right, so far rough start. I'm blaming it on me. Sorry, guys. I'll try to do better from now on.
Maybe it's the lack of not having a goal because you have nothing to do today.
Probably
a
so.
man needs a mission.
Wow, that's deep.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, that's really
We need a
deep.
path.
Every warrior
Yeah.
needs a path.
You know what movie didn't have that? I saw Master and Commander. That movie is way too real.
Okay.
Because the movie just was, the plot really wasn't there. Like, as in it wasn't exciting. It's like, oh, I get you're going after this guy.
What? That movie was super exciting, wasn't it?
No.
It was like action-packed.
It was really boring.
I don't remember that
It was
much about
too
it.
real. It was almost like I was watching a camera crew on a 1700 ship, and it was too realistic. Like, I was just like, oh, man, that sucks. Oh, it sucks.
So every man,
Man, that sucks.
every man needs a path.
Yeah.
Every warrior needs
But what
a way.
it did make me appreciate are the scenes in movies where you're forced to laugh at other people, because they had those dinner scenes, and like the commander makes like a side joke, and everyone's like, yeah, and everybody's laughing.
Did you
But-
like watch this week or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we?
No, we're not.
Okay.
I was gonna save it, but I'm just thinking about replaying it in my head.
Dick always sticks very closely to our format, and so I appreciate that about
Well,
him.
we have a format.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what we're going to do today on the show, we're going to rewind some movies that we've seen from the last week. Chris is we're going to play a little get to know you game with Chris, hopefully. Are we ready for that one, Chris?
I'm as ready as I can be.
Okay, well, good. Well, me and Dick are going to try to guess what movies Chris would like out of some little pairs. We got a lot to talk about in the movie news world. So I think we should just go ahead and hop right in. First thing is that there was an article on Forbes.com's website that talks about the way that we need to fix. It's kind of based on a lot of the sexism stuff, the Weinstein stuff, everything like that. The way to fix all of that is by having more movies for women by women. Now, Dick, before we go too far there, you were telling me a little bit about the Weinstein Company. What's going on with them right now? Uh-oh.
Maybe I need to
There we
turn
go.
my mic on.
Please.
I was burping, and I didn't want to. I got in trouble last time I burped.
That's
and
why
people-
you have a cough
People
button.
don't like it.
Yeah.
No, what's funny is now people are not really funny, but people are jumping ship from the Weinstein Company. Like people are pulling their movies from it. I think the most recent was Jason Tatum guy, your favorite actor, Channing Tatum.
Please respect him. Know his name.
He's pulling his new movie from him, and basically a lot of actors, directors are pulling their movies from having the Weinstein Company producing them. And I was saying, I guarantee you, if the name wasn't Weinstein Company, it was named, ABC Films or something like that, no one would be doing it.
Yeah. So all these people, because of everything coming out with Harvey Weinstein, people are pulling their support from the whole studio, not just from the guy. But I guess maybe if it was the house he built, maybe people don't want anything to do with that. They want him to fail.
They just need to rebrand it immediately.
Well, I thought they were doing that. I thought they were changing the name of it.
But no one's...
Okay, I don't know. Are they?
That's what I heard, that they were doing that. But then that was right as soon as the story hit, that came out. But I haven't heard anything since then.
That would suck if you worked your whole life to make... Well, except for he's like a total...
No, what would suck is to be his brother, who has the same last name and runs the same company, and it's like, well, look what you did, man.
Well, except for he's probably a creep too,
Well, apparently all of Hollywood men are creep. And
Apparently.
that's why we're talking about why women need to start making movies.
More movies for women by women. So, first off, I just wanted to throw this out there.
Now, what would Tyler Perry do in that?
Well, he kind of straddles the line.
Right?
Well, he
Am I
plays
right?
women, right?
Like, how would he be able to make movies?
First off, pause. Jake, what you doing, bud?
Not much. Let's go, guys.
Threw your shades on. So more movies for women by women. What are some good, in y'all's mind? What are some women directors out there, some female directors that are doing good work?
Catherine, I want to say Bigelow, but I don't think that's
right.
enough.
Yeah.
Is it Bigelow?
Yeah, good job.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she's probably one of the most notable ones.
Well,
right
she's been
now,
around,
right?
man. She directed one of the best movies ever, Point Break.
She Point Blank.
Sorry.
She did, yes. And
So hats off to her.
didn't she do the Hurt Locker? Was that her? Hurt Locker. So I mean, she's got some Oscar, but she's got some like Academy, weight behind her as well. So she's definitely a big one.
Penny Marshall has been great over the years. She did Big,
Yeah.
the Tom Hanks movie. That's great.
Okay.
And there was actually the movie Ravenous was directed by a female director.
What's Ravenous?
Ravenous. It's from 1999. It's a cannibalism movie during the Civil War.
Let's look it up.
Antonia
Look it up.
Antonia Bird directed it. So
Okay.
you guys haven't seen that?
No, I guess
Ooh,
not.
Guy
Oh,
Pearce
it's
is
awesome.
in it?
Guy Pearce, Robert Carlyle. It's a really good movie.
You are what you eat.
Hey, I'm always down for a cannibal movie. Okay, I'm always down for that. I was thinking of Sofia Coppola came to mind, and then I started to really look at the movies that she's directed. Yeah, maybe not so good. So maybe kind of a little bit of a poor example. I mean, Lost in Translation is okay. I think it's overrated because people think it's cool or whatever. But then that Bling Ring movie, I think, had one of the Harry Potter people in it, and I don't think that was very good. But
Do you guys think there's a lack of women in that role in Hollywood, or has Hollywood been forcing them to not giving them the opportunities? Or, I mean, do you think not a lot of women pursue that?
My guess is it's all about notoriety. There's a handful of women doing in the movie business. A lot of them you don't know about because it isn't like Sofia Coppola. We only know her because of her dad. That's why she gets brought up a lot. Bigelow was probably one of the first female people who had box office success. So she legitimately brought the money to the producers. And that's the only reason I know her is just because I was so surprised that she directed Point Break. When I first watched the movie when I was 10, I was like, whoa, a woman directed this? That's crazy.
Well, especially with how long, I mean, that was a little while ago.
Yeah, that was a long time
Yeah.
ago. I mean, that was before Patrick Swayze died.
So Jake, to your question, I would think, gosh, yeah, he actually started that before he died. Yeah. But Jake, to your question, I would say that I think it's definitely probably, I mean, it seems like a lack of opportunity in a lot of ways. And I think that's course correcting some. It feels like, they're trying to maybe force it now, in the hopes of being a little bit more correct or everything like that. But
Do you think forcing it helps it, or do you think it hurts it? Because I think if you throw out a bunch of women and you give them directing roles and you say, hey, go make good movies, but they're not necessarily the best directors, I think it would be better to go on not a manhunt, but to go on a massive search for a good director.
If you're looking at the whole process of making a movie, people are out there to either make art or make money. And the most popular and the most available jobs is to make money. And unfortunately for the ladies, is a lot of the ladies aren't either given the opportunity or they don't make a movie that makes money. And I don't even think it's a gender thing. I think it's more of a talent thing when it comes down to opportunities.
That women aren't talented.
No. Clearly I said there's women out there who do make the money. No, I'm saying the question
Yeah.
of a producer giving a person a job, they have to choose from 50 people. I don't think they're going to be like, let's choose a woman because that's what's going to make this a great film. No, it's like, are they going to make a good film, period, whoever it is?
Yeah.
Well,
So,
see, I don't think it matters who makes the movie. If it's a man or a woman, you just got to get
if it's good or bad.
well, you just got to get the creepers and the kitty fiddlers out of there.
very
That's
true.
what you got to do. Yeah.
In my day, the creepers and the kitty fiddlers weren't allowed
Hey.
in the picture shows.
Well, that's what they say in England. So
Oh, okay.
I said I was going to try to class this up.
Thank
a
you.
little
Class
bit.
it up. No.
Appreciate that.
But really, I mean, there are a lot of women directors out there. There really are. But like I said, the reason no one really knows about it is they don't make a movie that makes a big splash in the media. Like one of my favorite ones was they were doing the Wonder Woman and a woman directed it. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder what would happen if a man directed it. Because it would almost be a spin in the headlines if it's a bad movie because a man directed a Wonder Woman movie. And I could totally see that being played off. So I can see the producers going, hey, we got to choose a woman director because, come on, this is about woman empowerment.
Yeah, I also think that sometimes women get put. I think the same with with like black directors or women directors. I think it's like, okay, well, you can make a movie, but it has to be kind of a woman movie, right? It can't be like they don't get as many opportunities to make the broad general movies. Same, I think, with a lot of African American and black directors. They have to make like a Tyler Perry kind of movie.
Well, they
right?
have to make their movie.
Yeah, well,
And somehow they navigate through the whole Hollywood process of funding and finding the right actors. And it takes more time to make their movie instead of, oh, hey, who wants to direct Die Hard 5? Let's give it to this person because, they have a good history or something like that.
But I think that'll start to change more and more, especially as we see, I think as the market, because I think above anything else, Hollywood wants to make money. And so I think as they see that people are responding to these female directors.
Well, you also have to ask, do they want to make these movies? Like, do you think a female director will want to make Fast and Furious 9?
Well, I think
I don't know.
some
I mean, I
probably.
imagine there's one,
Yeah.
but I meant more of like,
if it pays $10 million or whatever.
well, yeah, I mean, that's where you're asking those questions, especially who's funding the movie. Again, like I don't think it's going to come down to stuff like that. I think it comes down to the producer saying, will they make a good movie or not, and will it fit what we're trying to the audience we're trying to find.
Yeah, I think with everything, it should always be about the playing field being as even as possible, and then letting people just letting it bear what it will. So if there's female directors that want to get out there and make these movies, they should have just as much opportunity as anybody else. And same with any ethnicity, same with anything else. So to force them in there just for the sake of having like a ratio be right, I don't, that always feels a little bit strange. But also sometimes that's the way you kind of have to do it on the front end, so that then it's kind of the precedent has been set moving forward.
But also you're faced with that challenge of you do have a woman director, you're going to be is that going to be on the poster? Is that part of the selling point of the movie is, oh, it was directed by a female? I
think it can be a gimmick sometimes. Yeah, definitely. Like for the Wonder Woman, for instance, that was for women by women. Only women were allowed at the opening screening in that one movie theater. They had a women only screening. And that was definitely a ploy to get some girl power going. And it probably worked. And that was a great movie. I mean, it shows definitely that that there's no quality difference between, what gender the director is. That doesn't matter. It's really whether they are good or not, and I promise there's been way more bad male directors than there have been female directors in the history of film. But we got to go to break. When we come back, we are going to spend some time rewinding the movies we've seen from last week. And a little later on, we're going to play a little get to know you game with Chris. I called it Pick One, but we can change the name if we want. Stick with us here on the Ticket Stub.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app for your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That is Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
And we're back on the Ticket Stub. Connor, Dick, and Chris in studio with producer Jake. Remember, as always, find us on Facebook, Ticket Stub Podcast. You can always email us at our Gmail account, theticketstubpodcast at gmail.com. And also be sure to follow us on Twitter at _ticket stub, because that's going to be one of the big places where we're giving away grand movie tickets every week. 2 tickets, thanks to Chris. And he's got a pocket full of tickets right over there. I see him right now. And so we're reloaded for the next month, ready to give those away to all of our wonderful listeners.
Our stubbies.
All of our stubbies.
And
And stubbettes.
there you go.
I've got that copyrighted, by the way, Stubbies.
Yeah.
It's ours. So
Oh, did you get the trademark?
Yeah, you can go visit us online at stubbies.com.
Yeah, go ahead and go.
Don't do it.
Hotstubbies.com. And anyways, you know what? Stubbettes are just as capable of directing movies as Stubbies, right, Dick? You said only 4. Okay, but you did say 4 women have been nominated for an Oscar in the director role.
Yes,
only
yeah.
one winner.
Only one winner, and that was Bigelow.
Well, you know what? She's keeping it real for all the ladies out there, all the little girls with the camera and a dream. Hey, every girl needs a path, Dick.
Yeah, every person needs a path.
Every person needs a path.
Yes.
That's right, to bring it full circle. All right, we're going to rewind the movies that we've seen over the last week. Chris, you are our, you're the newest part of the team here, so I'm going to throw it to you. Let's hear what you've been watching.
Well, I saw Cult of Chucky. It just came out.
That just came out,
It just came out, yeah.
Okay, I don't know anything about this.
Is it number 9? 8?
I don't know. I'm a huge Chucky fan, though.
So you're a cult.
Yeah, but the premise is that
By Chucky, we mean the doll that kills people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the doll that kills people. He returns to terrorize his human victim, Nika. And he also has a score to settle with some of his old enemies.
Oh, of course.
With the help of his former wife, who's Jennifer Tilly.
Because he got married one time,
He
right?
did, yeah. Yeah. You gotta fill a lot of time for 9 movies. So yeah, he did.
Did he marry a human?
No, he married another puppet. And
did they have like a ceremony?
They had a kid. That's a whole different movie, though.
I know, but okay, sorry.
Movie's getting an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's not bad. Brad Dourif is back as the voice of Chucky. He's done all the Chucky movies, so that's cool.
Dude, that guy hit the jackpot.
Yeah,
right?
he did. Yeah, he's a great character actor. The kid from the first one, he played Andy Barkley. Alex Vincent is in it again. He's not a well-known actor, but it's cool to have the kid from the first one. But probably the coolest thing is Fiona Dourif, Brad Dourif's daughter, plays Nika, and they look almost identical. It's creepy. They really
do.
Yeah,
they really do. But the 2 things I really liked about this movie is it looks like it has a huge budget, but it has no budget at all. And it's just the director and the cinematographer did a great job to try to make it look like it was this big, expansive movie that it really wasn't. And the other thing is, I've got a soft spot in my heart for puppetry, and I like
Jeff Dunham is a big part of your life.
Yes, yeah. So it was nice to see that they didn't go the CGI route and they went ahead and
they kept the puppets.
There's a bunch of little Chuckies running around.
Well, I mean, that'd be kind of silly to do that because isn't the whole premise he is a doll? So you have to, animatronics is almost acceptable in that usage, right? Would you say?
Well, it's animatronics, but CGI, they don't use that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. To me, it's one of those things you can use it because it is a doll. And how do you animate a doll? Well, it looks similar to like an animatronic.
Yeah.
So
is Nika? Is this a new character, Nika, to the franchise?
I'm not sure. I saw the last one, but I don't really remember it. I'm not sure if they're kind of like it's not something that sticks with you really.
Well, I'm just happy
it's not long-lasting
Jennifer
impact.
Tilly's still around because she's like been in a lot of them. She was the bride. She played the bride.
Yep, she sure did.
So she plays the female doll that Chucky marries. Jennifer Tilly.
In a previous movie, yes.
But she's back in this one as the doll, or is she
as both herself and the doll? It's a very weird.
Man, this is pretty complex.
It's very weird. Yeah, these Chucky movies run really deep.
So what would you say the symbolism is there for a human and no, I'm just kidding. Bride of Chucky.
There are 7 Chucky films.
Okay, this is
the first one's called Child's Play.
Yes, I've seen that one.
So that's
and then Child's Play 2.
This 1988 is when that movie came out, and they're still making Chucky movies.
Yeah, that's the year I was. Man, they've been making them my entire life.
Too bad I don't think anyone's going to go see this.
Well, it's on Amazon and Netflix, but unfortunately, I didn't figure out that it was on Netflix, so I'd already paid for it on Amazon. So, yeah.
Oh, so you're a big fan of Chucky?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, perfect. Hey, that should be in the game.
Oh, yeah, Chucky. Okay, so
which Chucky movie is my favorite?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
you're gonna cheat even more.
I know. I always cheat at the games, and I always win. Really, I'm just super smart. But okay, so this is streaming on Netflix. Chris, would you recommend? Who would like this movie?
I think if you're a big Chucky fan, you'll enjoy this movie.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's pretty much for anybody. I wouldn't say the horror is like way over the top. I mean, it's not.
My 6-year-old will be able to watch it. And
I think so.
Good.
you have a 6-year-old?
I can get one.
You can I have a guy.
I can get one.
So, no, at this point, are these movies, are they like parodies of themselves? Are they still?
Oh, yeah.
They're not really
Oh, yeah.
horror anymore. It's more like,
This one is a bit more serious than the other ones. So
Okay.
they tried to take it back to a good strong place.
Yeah, I heard they kind of went back to the original idea of Chucky with the horror aspect of it, more so in this one rather than and a little more away from the comedy side of things.
Yeah, they did.
okay.
And what's interesting, a little known fact about this movie, it was directed by the writer of the original.
Oh,
He's written.
Look at that.
He's written pretty much all of the Child's Play.
Okay, so he knows the franchise, I guess.
Yeah.
Don Mancini.
Yeah.
Mancini.
He knows the lore.
He knows the lore, and the
Is
lore
there a
goes
lore?
deep. The
Is
lore
there a
goes,
lore?
How dare you?
No, I mean I don't know if it's one of the.
I
I've
have no
never
idea.
seen Child's Play, so is there like a lore to it, or is it more of just literally a demon taking possessive? Of
Well, I use words that I don't necessarily know what they mean, so I'm not sure exactly what lore means. So I don't want to incorrectly answer your question.
Well, I mean more of like, is there a backstory?
I think
Like
pretty
a
much
lore
the
would be
doll.
like Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings. There's like history books written on Lord of the Rings. The premise.
Yeah,
of
there
Lord
was
of the
there
Rings.
was a guy that like murdered people and somehow his soul got stuck
Okay,
in
so
the
there is
doll.
a
So
lore.
there is.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
I might check out Child's Play,
It's
Okay.
good.
I probably
All
won't.
right. Really good.
I probably won't. Colt, the original or the Colt?
the original.
Okay.
I don't think it's safe to watch the cult without watching the originals, right?
Don't
No,
hop.
you should start at movie 1 and go through
Yeah.
7.
Hey, you should do like you did with Lord of the Rings, where you watch all of them in a row.
Oh man, that's talk about. That's a little too much.
That'd be brutal. All right.
What you should do is do Problems Child and Child's Play intermediate. So like,
Like do like a supercut
yeah,
of
it's
those two
like you
together.
really, so your dreams are really messed up.
That's funny. All right. So Chris saw Cult of Chucky. Dick, what did you see this week?
What did I see? I saw a bunch of movies, but you
Okay.
said I can only talk about one.
Correct.
So I'm gonna choose Assassin's Creed because the other two movies, one or two movies are remakes, and I want to talk about on another segment about how to make a proper remake.
All right.
But yeah, I saw Assassin's Creed. I think that movie came out last year,
It did.
and it's on HBO Go, and it's based off a video game. Just to let people know.
Movies based on video games, always a great idea.
Well, yes, of course. And it's directed by Justin Kurzel, and he's directed kind of. I mean, he did Macbeth, the newer one, and it has also has Michael Fassbender in it.
I like your new strategy to kind of like whisper speed through the names. So we
But
can't.
outside that, he hasn't really directed a lot. So I was really looking forward to this movie because I did like the video games, and overall the movie sucked. And
It was pretty terrible. Did you see this one, Chris?
I did not.
and it well the thing that really sucked about it was they did have a challenge to explain how the plot was supposed to move because it's an interesting plot. It's about basically our genetics, our genes are tied to our past. And somewhere in the future, we have the technology to take your genes and have you relive a memory of an ancestor. And so the ancestor of this one, Michael Fassbender, his ancestor happened to be a guardian of the Garden of Eden's apple.
Yeah,
And
of course.
so they're using him to go through the past of his genetics to find out where this guy left the apple. That's the whole premise of the movie, but it's really hard to kind of like explain that to people if you'd never like played the game or anything. And they did an okay job, but the thing they did not do, and the reason people play this stupid video game, is they go back to Spain in like the 1400s, 1500s, and he's leaping all over town and stuff.
Yeah.
They probably had like a fourth of the movie taking place back then, and that wasn't even part of the plot. So it was just kind of like cool action scenes, but then they suck them back out, and the plot's in the real world.
Yeah, see, I think the big miss here was that they tried to make this for which I get it. They tried to make it for a wide audience that wasn't familiar with Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed. What they should have done is all that confusing stuff about your DNA. They should have just kind of assumed that the audience understood that was a part of it, and then the plot could have been like a mystery or whatever through the old times, like what you were saying.
Yes,
because that would have been cool.
Because they set the parameters of like when you go back in time, he's not going back in time. And that's one thing that kind of confused me as the watcher because he's not really controlling what's happening. He's basically reliving a memory. and everyone else around him is just watching it like a movie, and he's just acting it out.
He's like suspended by this machine,
like,
and it's moving him all through.
It was just really because like that's not in the game. I don't know why you really needed that because it didn't really change anything till the end, till the arm broke, the little machine broke. But it was really strange. I think overall the movie, don't waste your time with it. If you really like Assassin's Creed, definitely don't waste your time with it. And
has there been a good video game movie?
The Tomb Raider ones were okay.
Yeah, the first Tomb Raider.
The first Tomb Raider one was okay. It wasn't like anything special, but yeah.
I'm trying to. There probably has been one that like some nerd is gonna like. What about I'm trying to think. The ones I can think of right now are bad, especially recently when they've been trying to cash in on a lot of the like Warcraft.
I like Warcraft.
No,
I liked it,
Warcraft
and I'm a huge fan of Warcraft.
Warcraft was terrible.
I played like 4 years of my. Actually, I went to college on Warcraft. I don't know how I got through, but I mean, I played Warcraft.
What do you mean you went to college on
When I was
Warcraft?
at college, I played Warcraft.
Oh, okay.
For like, I didn't go to school.
Like you didn't major in Warcraft.
Well, pretty much, you could hours spent, yes.
Essentially, you did.
I think I spent like over 150 days in game.
You have a master's degree in Warcraft?
I mean, I was a big fan of it. I enjoyed the movie.
Well, that's because you lived your second life in the video game, and so you were like relating to every stupid little joke they made. But let me tell you, as a normal person, it wasn't that good.
All right.
Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. I know. Getting a little.
No, I don't think there really
dusty
has been a good. I mean, I'm trying to think because it's really hard to make a video game movie because you either go all the way and choose, hey, we're going to placate to the audience.
Resident Evil.
Oh, yeah,
I wasn't thinking about that. That was pretty good.
Well, my theory with Resident Evil, every other movie was good.
Well, see, what pissed me off.
Like the odd numbers of Resident Evil.
I grew up playing Resident Evil, and I was really excited to see that movie, and the movie had nothing to do with the video game besides the names of the characters. Well, it literally was not. And what's weird is we've already kind of discussed it. You don't need a budget for a horror film. It was like the first game was a straight up horror game.
Yeah.
It was just you limited ammo going through a mansion trying to survive. It's a survival horror game. And I was like, why didn't they just do that? They could have saved like $40 million making this movie and had this really scary movie with rabid dogs and zombies and giant spiders and cool stuff that was in the game. But they did not. They still haven't done that. I'm surprised they haven't tried to remake it.
Well, they got pretty out there with the plot.
No, that's what I'm saying. They went for it,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, this is getting out of control.
All right. Well, my turn. We got just 2 minutes until break, so I'm going to power through this pretty quick. I saw a movie. It's on Netflix right now. We actually talked about it a few weeks ago. It's called The Meyerowitz Stories, parentheses, new and selected. It's directed by Noah Baumbach. It's his newest movie. So he's yet another guy that's moved over to the...
That guy got made fun of in school. Baumbach!
Probably, but now he's laughing, all right, because he's rich.
Is he making crappy movies?
Oh, he doesn't make crappy movies. He makes good movies. They're just like actually like you have to think about them and they have dialogue and stuff. Yeah, I know. It's pretty tough for you. Directed by Noah Baumbach, starring Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller, Dustin Hoffman, Emma Thompson, and some other people. The plot is an estranged family gathers together in New York for an event celebrating the artistic work of their father. Basically, this is one of those movies where the family is all jacked up and estranged, and something kind of this surrounding the father, it brings them all back together, and they're kind of forced to deal with some of their issues. They also are kind of reunited, and they kind of are able to remember why they're family in the first place. They're kind of able to find some common ground. This had a Royal Tenenbaumsy feel to it, as far as the family each kind of has isolated stories, kind of pockets of why they're each the way they are, and they're all a little bit eccentric or weird. But I really like this movie. I think that the dialogue, I think Noah Baumbach dialogue is really his strong suit. Plot and dialogue, very intensive. They, the words per minute of this movie versus, like Assassin's Creed, the script for this was probably twice as long, would be my guess, is something like that, because they're talking nonstop, and it's all kind of like almost like a little side note. They're just like over here, and then they'll kind of make a little joke off to the side, and then just moving on to the next. But I thought this was good. The acting was really good. Adam Sandler, I don't know why he makes all the stupid Sandy Wexler movies, because he can do good stuff. He is good in this movie. He's he's enjoyable. He's funny. I think, there's some emotion in there. He can be a good actor if he wants, but yet he makes the cobbler. I don't know why
money talks, bruh.
I guess so.
It's that Netflix contract.
Yeah.
What, you didn't like Jack and Jill? Come on.
Gosh,
You didn't like Click?
Click actually was the best of all those terrible movies.
Are you sure?
No, I haven't seen Jack and Jill, because that was off-putting.
I don't know. Pixels was pretty bad. Speaking of video game
The
movies.
fact that we
Pixels-
know all these names
That's
is just
sad.
kind of showing
Yeah.
you how important these movies are to us. Grown-ups?
I never saw Grown Ups, actually. Sorry. Pixels, the trailer. I was like, this could be good. And then no, I didn't even waste my time. But anyways, this is a good one. It's on Netflix. If you're looking for like a really like a good like quality, like movie that dives into the kind of the psyche of a family, or that looks at really character driven, check out the Meyerowitz stories. It was really enjoyable. So we got Cult of, man, we really spanned the whole gambit here.
Yeah.
Cult of Chucky,
Assassin's Creed,
and then the Meyerowitz stories, parentheses, new and selected. All right, when we come back from break here on the Ticket Stub, we are going to play Pick One with Chris Appel as we get to know the newest part of the team.
Child's Play. I won.
Hispanic Chamber Connections with Dr. Carlos Sanchez, president of the Woodlands Conroe Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, featuring event announcements, member highlights, and more. Tuesdays at 1 p.m., broadcasting from the heart of Conroe, Texas on irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Are we finally back on the Ticket Stub, Jake?
We're finally back.
Yeah.
We're trying out this new thing with the video side of things, and we're struggling.
We're trying out this new thing where we play commercials during our intro music, and also where Dick's mic isn't turned on.
I didn't want to listen to him, so I'm leaving it off.
I understand. He mostly spews nonsense. Okay, so we're gonna.
Yeah.
So
No debate there.
no debate there. So as always, I've made up another game that is destined to fail, but this time, Dick,
Are you destined to win, you mean?
probably
Cheater.
But this time, I did not like invent all the questions, because now we have Chris. We have another person who can.
Yeah, but you talk to Chris all the time. I mean,
Yeah, we text like
I'm gonna find a
24/7.
reason.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a reason to know like how you cheated. All right.
Yeah, we hang. So what we're doing is, since Chris is the newest part of the team here, I thought it'd be good for us to try to play a little get to know you game with Chris, where he's going to throw out two different movie options, and we're going to pick which one he likes. And is it likes more or likes and doesn't likes?
Likes more.
Okay, so you may like all of them.
Yeah.
Do you like all of these movies?
No.
Is there a movie you hate?
No, not that's on here. No.
How about ever? Is there like one movie you despise right now?
Oh God, off the top of my
Just
head.
in the top, you're putting him on the spot here.
Yeah, I'm putting it on top of the head.
Oh
Top.
boy, yes, there is.
Passion
Let me come
of the
back
Christ.
to you.
Stop.
No.
No. Okay.
Is there a reason why you were just sitting so low? You were really messing me up over here over on the camera side of things. Like,
Well, I'm trying to let them be higher because they're the alphas.
Yeah. So Chris.
And I'm the betas.
So I've been standing lately as a power move, and Chris he responded to that, and so he's hopped on.
And
board.
plus, I'm keeping you on your toes, Jake.
I didn't know you were
don't
taller
like
than
it.
me.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you-
Apparently, I
yeah.
didn't. Yeah,
A good bit taller than me.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Kind of like a way taller. I would. No, I'm just kidding.
but Chris, the way the cameras work, where you're situated, you look the same height as him on camera, so it looks
Yeah,
perfect.
That's good. Movie magic right there.
Yeah. With Gandalf and
Yeah, whatever.
Well,
All right,
Not that bad.
let's hop in here, Chris. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna keep score. I'll keep score. That way, I can manipulate it if I need to, and make sure I win. And so we'll each just.
Sophie's Choice. You don't like that movie?
I haven't seen that one.
No.
Okay, so let's let him do it here, Dick. What do you think? For the record, Dick just read the description of this game about 45 seconds ago, so he's probably still figuring it out.
He's going through it right now.
All right, Chris.
Well, it's just
Well,
one-
we'll start off easy.
Okay.
Do I prefer the 1989 Michael Keaton Batman or Batman Begins with Christian Bale?
Oh, I would say 1989.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you seem like a guy just based on some of the other movies you've liked, kind of throwing it back a little bit.
I think that's when you had your first kiss at the movie theater.
1989.
That's what I think.
I'm not that old.
How old were you in 1989?
I was 9 years old.
Hey,
You got your first kiss
That's
at 9 years
yeah.
old. What a
That's-
player,
Yeah.
dude.
big baller.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 89 Batman with Michael Keaton.
That is correct.
Okay, both. So we both.
And it was because of first kiss.
Yes. So what about that? Is it just the nostalgia there, or what?
Oh, it was just at the time, it was like if you weren't a cool kid if you didn't see that movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's very true.
That was the first movie anyone ever bought me. It was on VHS. It had been out for a while. I mean, I was born in '88, so it had been out for a while. And someone bought that for me because they knew I liked Batman, and it was like rated PG-13, I think, or maybe. And I was like I was like 7, I think. So I watched it secretly because there was like cussing, I think, or something pretty scandalous.
Well, Jack Nicholson's pretty scary in it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I know.
So.
Anyways, all right. What do we got
All right.
next? So it's 1-1. Dick and I are tied. So I guess we can pick the same one if we want. All right. We got 10 here. So.
All right, this
Are you just now reading the rules?
is a tough one.
Oh, Jake's keeping score. Okay, perfect.
Oh.
All right. So
All right, next one.
All right, do I prefer The Untouchables or Goodfellas?
Goodfellas.
I'm gonna say Untouchables, just to be different than Dick, and I don't know, whatever.
Connor's got it.
Oh, gosh, how does it feel?
Yeah. Untouchables is my favorite movie.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Why is it your favorite movie?
It's just got all the elements. Great acting. The score is amazing by Ennio Morricone. It's just a fantastic movie. Great story, and it's somewhat true story.
Okay, but you like Goodfellas, right?
Yeah.
Just not as much.
Not as much.
You're kind of on Goodfellas.
It's okay. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I don't want to say I'm gonna get blasted.
Yeah,
no, it's a
seriously.
fantastic movie.
The film, the way it really captures
Yeah.
the cinematography. All right, what else we got?
All right. Do I prefer Legends of the Fall or What Dreams May Come, the Robin Williams movie?
What dreams may come.
What dreams may come? I'm not sure I know that one.
I don't think anyone can really like Legends of the Fall.
It's hard to like Legends of the Fall. It's like I think Legends of the Fall is the movie you say you like that you don't really like, except for watch Chris like that.
There's a
one.
couple of good scenes in it.
Yeah. Well, I always get that confused with River Runs Through It too. Which is the fly fishing one?
River runs. What do you think?
River. Yeah, good point. My bad. You know what? I'm still sticking with the
Opposite of Dick.
I'm sticking with the opposite of Dick / a little bit older film. So I'm going to say Legends of the Fall.
It is What Dreams May Come.
Boom, told
I
you.
cry like a baby
It's a good movie.
every time that movie's on. So most people find it depressing, but for some reason I like it a lot.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's respectable.
Everyone wants to go to hell. That's a good picture.
Yeah. A man searches for heaven and
hell and back
hell
again.
for his
Everyone's
beloved
got to have a
wife.
path, right, Dick?
Every warrior needs a way.
Isn't that a Meatloaf album?
What?
To Hell and Back Again?
Dude, I know zero Meatloaf songs.
Okay.
Do I prefer Star Wars Return of the Jedi or Star Trek Generations?
Ooh.
That's the fourth one, right? Generations?
Generations
It's
is where
the
Kirk
first-
meets. It's where Patrick Stewart meets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kirk.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kirk. That was actually a pretty good movie. I like that one. My brother was a huge Star Trek nerd, so I got like roped into watching all those. So I've actually seen all the Star Trek, like even the super old ones. I'm gonna say Generations. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Star Wars seems a little
Well,
bit
Return
like,
of Jedi was probably the best one, so I'm going to go Return of Jedi.
okay.
It is Star Trek.
Hey,
Never been a big Star Wars fan.
really?
So, yeah.
Oh. See, I just felt like Star Wars was too mainstream. Like everyone, like Chris, you're not. You're.
Oh, shut your face. Too mainstream.
Let me get up here on my high horse right now and talk about what I know.
All right. Here's a tricky one.
All right.
Okay.
There are two Sean Connery movies. Well, I guess I've already done one, so there's three on my list.
Apparently, you like Sean Connery.
I do. Do I prefer the James Bond movie Diamonds Are Forever or Zardoz?
Oh, that is a trick question.
What is Zardoz?
You never seen Zardoz?
No.
It's so weird. That's a trick question.
How do you even
You
spell that?
look
Is
it
there
up.
a T?
Look it up because
How do you spell Z?
I mean, what's funny about this is if you do like Zardoz more than Diamonds Are Forever, you're weird. Because Diamonds Are Forever is a really good movie.
I think we know Chris is weird. That's pretty obvious.
Well, that's what we're learning. This game's about
See,
learning how
exactly.
Chris is.
We're learning about Chris. Zardoz. Here we go with a Z. Y'all didn't answer me.
No, he actually dressed up as Sean Connery from Zardoz for Halloween.
Who did? Chris? Oh, I knew it, of course, because we
it was about
text all the
20,
time.
20
Well,
pounds
this is
ago or so.
before
but
you
yeah.
could carry a gun around for Halloween.
So this is an older one for Chris. I'm gonna say that for some reason he weirdly grew up watching Zardoz, like maybe his mom or dad liked it or something like that.
I mean, it'll make you grow up. That's for sure.
It's-
oh, is it
that movie will.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about it. A savage trained only to kill finds a way into the community of bored immortals. Dude, whatever. I'm saying Zardoz.
I'm saying Diamonds Are Forever.
I'm gonna go with Zardoz.
Look, that was kind of obvious.
Yeah, Diamonds Are Forever is a rough Bond film to get through.
Oh,
So, I think,
okay.
in my opinion.
I'm not a Bond scholar. I've seen a lot of them, but I don't have like strong opinions each way about what's what.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, way to continue the conversation,
hey,
Dick.
just to let you know, this isn't getting to know Connor. All right, so you don't need the side commentary.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm just trying to add something here besides cool. All right, what else?
Do I prefer Return to Oz or the prequel Wizard of Oz?
You're calling The Wizard of Oz the prequel?
Well, I could have gone in order,
Isn't
but
that
I
just the-
didn't go in order because I'm
Okay.
trying to.
Okay, so Return to Oz or The Wizard of Oz or The Wiz, which is the
That's the musical
the black
version.
That's the
adaptation.
Wiz.
I'm going to say just The Wizard. Classic Wizard of Oz. It's a classic movie. In a lot of ways, it was pretty influential with the color, then to black and white to color, everything like that. Got some morals there. What do you think, Dick?
I don't know, because I never saw Return to Oz. I don't know if that's even a good movie.
I don't either, but that's why I'm sticking with Wizard. What's the score, Jake? While Dick,
I'm gonna play it safe. Actually, I need to start winning. Return to Oz.
Okay, let's do this and we'll do a score check.
All right. It is Return to Oz.
Yes. Oh, okay. So tell us about that.
I should be
Oh,
down by
that
2.
movie, it just messed me up as a kid. Dorothy gets shock therapy because they're trying to make it seem like she never went to. It's not really a direct sequel, I would say.
Okay.
It's more
kind of the dark timeline.
Yeah, if you sit your family down, it's don't watch them in order. Keep that one for yourself. But yeah, she gets shock therapy. They tell her it doesn't exist. She has to go back there. And
So this is a great game just to get to know you, Chris, because it's becoming more apparent that there's like maybe a little dark side of the movies that Cult of Chucky, Dorothy getting shock therapy, and The Wizard of Oz. Okay,
a little bit.
All right, Jake, what's the score update here?
All right, score update right now. Connor is up by 4-3, by a score of 4-3.
4-3.
We're going into question.
So he's up by
number
1?
He's up by 1. He's going into question number 6.
Okay, so we got a few left. Dick, I mean, even though you won't win, there's still a chance that if you were going to be good at this game, you could win. So,
all right.
Cool.
Rob Zombie's Halloween
okay.
Ooh.
or John Carpenter's Halloween.
Oh, I'm gonna say Rob Zombie's.
No, it's got to be John Carpenter's Halloween, right?
It is John Carpenter's Halloween.
Oh, yeah. See, he bait and switched us there with we're talking about being kind of weird taste, and then all of a sudden bringing it back to the mainstream.
All right, do I prefer Lethal Weapon or a movie from 1990? And I guarantee you guys do not know this one, but I'm trying to get it out there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if I don't want to give away my answer, but
Okay.
It's a movie called Short Time with Dabney Coleman and Matt Frewer, and I believe it's public domain now. You can watch it on YouTube. But Dabney Coleman plays a police officer who's been diagnosed to die like in 6 months, but he's retiring in like a week. The only way his family can get the insurance money is if he is killed in the line of duty. So he spends this week trying to get himself killed, and he cannot do it.
It's got a rating of 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well,
Well, what does Rotten Tomatoes know
And you can
anyway?
watch it on Amazon Prime.
Okay, so
You can?
short time. I mean,
okay.
No, you can't. I lied.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Dick, I'll let you go first. You think it's Lethal Weapon
Oh,
or Short Time?
I'm gonna go with Lethal Weapon because I like that movie. That's my favorite movie. So
I was trying to let you pick Short Time because it seems obvious that that's going to be his favorite. So that's what I'm going to pick.
Yeah, it is Short Time.
Oh
Okay.
man,
Gosh. You can't be mad
the
about
fix
me.
is in,
You can't be
dude.
mad about
You
me
are
cheating when
terrible.
you don't even try. He's giving it a.
I'm not gonna. Okay, I'll tell you why I chose Lethal Weapon. I cannot choose anything else if Lethal Weapon's an option.
You're always going to go Lethal
I
Weapon.
always go Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
Always
Well,
go Riggs and Murtaugh.
At least you're a man with principles.
Yeah,
I respect that.
unlike you.
Unlike me. I'm just out to win.
All right, sticking on the Mel Gibson theme.
All right.
The Patriot or Braveheart?
Ooh, both those movies are kind of weak.
Okay. Oh, Dick, what?
It's the greatest love story of all time. Braveheart.
See, I have to. Braveheart is one of my favorite movies.
Dude, the greatest love story of all time is Rocky. Get it right.
You don't know movies.
Rocky's not the greatest love story of all time.
He literally screams her name at the end, and he did it.
Yeah,
for
but they
her.
did that.
Yeah, but he screams freedom in Braveheart.
Yeah, in Streetcar Named Desire, he's like, Stella.
I feel like
A lot better than that. But
I'm
he
going
does do it.
Braveheart. Whatever. You can pick whichever one you want. You can just pick.
I'll pick Rocky.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and pick Rocky.
Let's see.
Your chances of winning would be
I
about
would say
the same.
Braveheart too.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Patriot.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
shocker.
Jason Isaacs plays the most awesome bad guy ever in that
That's
movie.
true.
And when he finally gets his comeuppance there at the end, it's
With the
very
flag, right?
satisfying. Yeah.
Is it
yeah.
with the American flag?
Yeah, it's pretty over the top.
No, that's awesome, dude. I'm
The
all
only
about
thing
it.
I'm missing is just when he rams the flag straight through him, the flag should have been waving out the other side. of him. That would have been cool. That's the only thing that movie's missing.
Yeah,
I love the
man.
rest.
That would have been.
That's something they can fix in the post, right?
Yeah, a new director's
Ultimate
cut.
America edition.
Yeah.
The America edition. You stab the British with the American flag and then it waves.
Is it one more? Is it
Yeah.
okay?
I'm pretty sure I lost, but
Yeah,
you know
you
what?
did.
All right. Raiders of the Lost Ark or Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Last Crusade.
No, Raiders. Raiders is the better movie.
It's Last Crusade.
Yeah, it has Kevin Costner in, dude.
Okay.
He loves Kevin.
Last Crusade. Yes, that would have been quite a film. I think.
I don't think
Hold on, Kevin Costner, not Kevin Costner.
Yeah, what are you talking
Sean
about?
Connery.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't
it
realize.
does have Sean Connery.
So that's why you liked it.
I got like 6 Sean Connery movies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
on here. I didn't realize that at all.
I actually pay attention to what he likes.
So, Chris, you're learning something about yourself.
I
too.
think I
You
did.
know,
No, this
all
was
of
more
us-
beneficial
We're just
for me.
growing on this show.
Gosh, hey, can we hug at the break here?
Speaking of Sean Connery, have y'all seen Highlander before?
Yes.
That was another movie I saw.
You talked about it last week, I thought.
I watched it again.
Oh, dang. All right. Well, hey, we're going to go to break. When we come back, we are going to just talk about movies we're going to see next week. And we are going to do our grand ticket giveaway. And we're going to just wrap a few other things up. Everybody, it was great to get to know Chris. You know, if you want to get on our social media and let him know all the movies that he should like instead of all the ones that he does like, feel free to do that. But stick with us here on the Ticket Stub.
Hey guys, I'm Joey Savage.
Corey DLG.
We are Nerd Thug Radio. Catch us every Monday from 1 to 3 and check out our website, nerdthugradio.com.
We like to talk about quilting, horseback riding, and baking quiche.
Actually, we don't, but we do like talking nerdy to you.
That's right. Every Monday from 1 to 3 p.m., hashtag talking nerdy to you.
We're back on the Ticket Stub, closing the show out. We want to remind everybody that we are here every Thursday at noon.
O'clock.
Noon o'clock. Yeah, you love that, noon o'clock. On FM 104.5 and 106.1. Also, irlonestar.com. You can always find us on our Facebook page, the Ticket Stub Podcast. You can like or follow our Twitter account at @the_Ticket Stub. And always, we got the music waving in, baby. And always like our podcast feed on all podcast networks. And guys, please, please, please tell a friend, because we're growing and things are going well. We're growing as individuals, you know, we're growing emotionally, but also the show is growing. And so that's exciting. So keep telling people about it. Keep spreading the word, especially if you live in the Conroe area, because we're giving away tickets every week to the Grand Theater here locally in Conroe. Thanks to Chris. Also, Dick and we need to get Chris involved in this conversation more as well. But we're talking about a live event, and I just want to keep teasing that. We don't have tons of details. But we're trying to figure out exactly the format of that and what it might look like. But I think it will involve a place where we could, you know, potentially consume alcohol together as a group and laugh and have fun and talk about movies. So excited about that in the future. So keep your ears out for that. I want to talk about what's coming up next week. Not only are we going to give tickets away today and next week, but also what are we going to watch, Dick?
It is Halloween. By the time next week's show happens, it's our last show in October, so we're gonna do some Halloween movies. So now this is what I had to figure out. And let's talk about this next Thursday too. Is what is a scary movie? What qualifies as a scary movie?
Okay.
Like, so we're gonna go into that, like the genre, because there's horror.
Sounds like Chris is going to be a good asset for that conversation.
There's horror thriller, and then there's like supernatural horror.
Yeah.
And so, like, the scariest movie I've ever seen is The Strangers, because that just seemed too real to me. And they're making a sequel to it, and
Oh, are they?
yeah,
Okay.
or they're making a second one. I don't know if it's a sequel
another
or
one?
not, but that movie scared the bejesus out of me.
You know what else is interesting is the way it seems like horror goes in like cycles, where for a while it'll be supernatural, you know, like
Yeah.
Paranormal Activity comes out, and all of a sudden that's what every horror movie is, and then it goes maybe psychological for a while, and for a while horror was just like torture and getting your arms chopped off and getting someone, you know, pouring salt in your, you know, like Saw kind of movies and stuff like that. And so it kind of seems like it goes in these cycles. And so I don't know if Get Out and some of that, I don't know if that's going to kind of change the next set. I don't know, Chris, do you have a insight about horror?
Well, I mean, where I got scared, the Blair Witch scared me to death, and everyone hates that movie. Lots of people hate it, but for me, like, I'd watched it in the theater, and at the end, of course, you can tell by my last choices of movies that I like, that it just got me. Like,
Yeah.
the end just got me. So,
All right, we'll have a lot more Halloween talk coming next week. Kind of getting ready for the holiday, give you a little something topical. As far as other movies we're going to watch, Geostorm comes out this weekend.
That's true.
And so I'm going to have to try to get up to the Grand and see Geostorm. I'm expecting it to be awful, but I will see it anyways. I don't know. You know, sometimes the big movies, they just call to me. I can't help myself. Dick, what are you going to watch for next week?
I mean, if we're gonna just do any movie, The Lake House. I really want to see how bad that movie is. I hear it's a good time travel movie, and so I always enjoy a good time travel movie.
Yeah, and that's the one where they write letters to each other.
They write letters to each other. My favorite actor, Keanu Reeves, is in it, so of
There we
course
go.
it's gonna be
A little
a real
out of-
touching moments for me. Might cry a little bit.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about
But
that.
I'm definitely gonna watch that movie.
All right.
And then, outside that, I don't want to name too many movies.
All right, Chris, what about you?
Well, because it's our last show before Halloween,
Yeah.
it'll be the Halloween show. I'm going to pick Trick or Treat from 2007
Okay.
with Brian Cox and Anna Paquin.
Okay, I haven't seen it, so I'll be
See, this
interested.
is where I have to ask. Like, I want to do a Halloween. I hate scary movies though. Like, I'm not gonna be afraid to say I'm scared of the scary movies.
So we need to scrap these movies.
So would like
and-
Addams Family qualify as a Halloween movie?
I don't think so.
No, I said Halloween movie.
Did it come out around Halloween?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Like, would that
I think it
would
would.
the
I
Nightmare
think it
Before
would.
Christmas qualify as a Halloween movie?
That's a Christmas movie.
Okay, so that's I'm trying to
both.
find my parameters here.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's both.
It's both. All right, so I'll try to, I'll probably see Geostorm, but I'll try to watch something Halloween-y also. I'm not a big, but I'll figure. Maybe I'll watch Cult of Chucky.
Like Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah, I think I'd say
is
that,
that
yeah.
a Halloween movie?
Yeah, but it's funny.
That's what I'm trying to figure. Yeah, because I really wanted to see the Babadook,
Babadook.
Oh, that's a great movie.
but I heard that's really scary.
well,
so I'm very.
it's a female director.
Hey!
So if we're going to call back to the beginning
Bringing
of the
all
show.
the worlds together.
Yeah.
Man,
Support females, man.
and
If you don't watch the Babadook, you hate women.
I heard. Gerald's Game,
I don't know.
the Netflix movie, the based on the Stephen King,
Yep.
came out like 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Apparently, that's really scary too.
Is there any weird stuff with 12-year-olds involved in that one?
No,
Or-
it's a woman gets strapped to a bed because
Oh, that
and
one
her
actually,
husband dies, and it's like a
Yeah.
psychological kind of thing.
Yeah,
See,
that one-
my girlfriend saw it, and she's like, "You would hate it," and I was like, "Why?" It's like, "Cause you'd be scared the whole time." And so I didn't know. I kind of want to see Children of the Corn.
Ooh.
I'm gonna choose
Terrible.
that movie.
Terrible.
I'm gonna choose the original Children of the Corn from 1984 because I've never seen it. And it's on Netflix. I'm looking at that right there.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week to talk Halloween. Chris, Connor, and Dick in studios here. I do want to say the winner of the ticket giveaway. This is a little bit of a non-conventional one, but you know what? They liked the post and they got drawn out of the hat. It's the What's Good Houston podcast. So I think that's some local guys. There's like 4 of them, but they can split the tickets 2 ways, however they want. It's the guys over from What's Good Houston. So they won. And remember, if you want to win tickets to the Grand, check our Facebook and Twitter. When the show posts on the podcast feed, we will have something up there you can like or comment on, and that'll always be the way you can enter to win those tickets. Be sure to keep listening. Spread the words to your friend. For Connor, Dick, and Chris, we're signing off here at the Ticket Stub.
Thanks for checking out this podcast of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. If you enjoyed this recording, make sure to check out our past shows online at irlonestar.com or their respective video or podcast formats on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes. If you have any questions regarding the show, either it being about sponsorships or questions for the host, contact the station manager at dick@irlonestar.com or call the station at 936-647-3776. This show was recorded in downtown Conroe, Texas at the Lone Star Community Radio Studios, and Lone Star Community Radio reserves all rights to this recording and images.